Welcome, Wanderers. Gypsy here. I'm trying this new product. Yesterday I did do a tester and it worked fine. I didn't have any kind of reaction. I am really excited to get in here and do a full set and do a little bit of a review. I love doing my nails personally. I like doing my nails more than going to the salon and having my nails done. I'm not always very good at it though. This set has some really pretty colors. I went with Modelones. I went with their Mermaid collection. Tester we did in this color. It's number 78. At first glance, I thought, and Van agreed, that it was a bit of a beige.
Yeah, like it looked very neutral and matted, like it'd be a nice base. But when we opened it up, it was
fabulous. It was really actually fabulous. It was gold glitter, and I approved of every bit of my tester fingernail. And I love the ocean, so I love the entire aesthetic. There are some flats and then there are some glitter mixes, and this is the nail powder that keeps popping up on a lot of people's feed when they're on Facebook. You'll see the ads on YouTube where you just dip your finger into it and it's supposed to be like super awesome. So we'll find out whether or not that's BS. I'm reviewing this, specifically this brand, and my experience so that you don't have to. You know, if it's not your bag, baby, that's cool. I'm really actually looking forward to this. I don't know if you noticed or not, but I'm a little tickled right now. But we are going to decide what color we're going to go with. So, thoughts, opinions?
I am a big fan of the greens.
Yesterday we opened this one, and this is a flat. And yes. I'm interested to see how it looks, you know, once it's applied.
Yeah.
It looks rather dark in the powder. And since this is the one that we did open, we can just give you a gander.
Yeah, let me lay down a paper towel so we don't get glitter all over the everything.
Look like you give you PTSD from your previous job in a craft store we won't mention.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Christmas season.
The holidays.
No, the glitter was a legitimate hazard. It was like ice on the floors, and it was everywhere.
And once it got on your hands, it literally was everywhere because you get it in your eyes.
Yeah, it was just not
on
fun.
My kitchen counter.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Why is there glitter on my sandwich? The one we opened yesterday is number 94. Look how fine that is. That is really fine stuff. And, I mean, look at that dust.
And it stays.
Yeah.
It will stay.
Yeah, you can gently brush it off of your skin. This looks like it will be a flat, meaning that whatever top coat you applied to it would determine your gloss or your shine. But this one, yeah, buddy. That's like Wednesday night in Vegas. So, what color do you think, girl?
Well, you are the purple queen.
I'm really stoked at the idea of a teal. And this one looks like it has glitter in it.
Well, are you going to do...
Oh, come on now.
Are you going to do your entire hand one color, or are you going to be doing alternating colors on each fingertip?
Yes.
That's not an answer, Mama.
I don't know yet. I don't know. This, I don't know.
Okay. So we're going to start with teal.
Give me your opinion and have no expectations of me taking it.
Okay, so I'm back in school. Purple always looks good on you.
Oh, yeah, no,
but blue brings out the natural blue of your eyes and is always aesthetically pleasing.
Oi. I really want to do the teal.
Then I think we should start with that.
Is that orange?
I was just noticing
it's
that.
Orange glitter.
It looks peachy.
Oh, it does kind of look peachy.
Peach and teal might be interesting.
If that's orange, I'm going to do Clemson.
It doesn't.
I really am ridiculous.
It's a little more pink in person than the camera shows. In the camera, it looks tan, almost the same color as my hand.
I bet you it's going to be like coral.
Ah, that's probably a better color.
Mermaid thing.
Coral, that colors people.
Why did you do that? Okay, so I'm going to wash my hands and then we're gonna give it a go. The first part of the instructions are talking about the cleanliness, you know, when you're filing and smoothing everything over. Moving on to the dip powder application, and since that's actually the unique part, that's the part I wanted to give you a visual of the instructions that came with my set. I imagine that other sets might have different step-by-step instructions, but for this particular product, this is what we have.
You can pause the video if you need to, but they actually are very easy and simple to follow along with.
Okay, so we put this stuff on.
Is it a 45-degree angle, ma'am?
Well, now it is. Ossifer.
You gotta brush off the excess of it. After this is done, you gotta do a couple coats.
According to the instructions, we can do 2, even 3 coats. Use the brush to remove the excess powder from around the nail plate and the surface. Air dry for 60 seconds. Repeat step 1 and 2 once or twice, no more than 3 times in total. Okay.
So we're gonna do another coat of the dip powder. So this is a step we didn't do when we tested this out. We only did the single dip.
Yep, that looks a lot better. Oh yeah, that's
that's
nice.
So pretty. How long is this supposed to last, like comparatively to acrylic nail polish?
I don't know. I've heard different reviews. I've heard that it lasts a little bit more like gels, but I've also heard that they can last for up to a month, and that it doesn't chip. It grows out. Okay, so this is going to be our third and final application. Really going in for it. I'm just going to maybe take one of these tools and get, I feel like I got a little bit on my skin there. I don't want that. I like that there's that kind of control though.
Yeah.
Like normally it would still be wet. And this is actually dry to touch. And it's still malleable because I can do this and it's just coming off. So the interesting thing that I've noticed is that the step 1 liquid is essentially like a super glue. That's what it feels like. My finger touched it. Before I dipped it in the powder, I saw that I had a little bit on my skin. So I went to kind of wipe it. And it wasn't oily or anything. It stuck to my skin like super glue does, or like nail glue when you're gluing on acrylic nails.
So which one of these is next?
The activator. Apply the activator to the entire nail surface. Air dry for 60 seconds. Step 5. File, shape, and buff nails. Wash hands and nails and dry them thoroughly. Apply another coat of activator and then quickly apply a thin coat of top gel. Apply a second coat of gel to the entire nail surface for a better effect. You're supposed to let it dry for 60 seconds in between coats. Okay, activator. And then as quick as shadows, you must be. Quick, hobbitses. For the record, the bottle number 4 that comes with this set is a dip powder brush saver. So after you're done, you can use this brush, especially when you're changing colors. What like I should have done was clean it with this thing right here. So I did catch it just a little late. Hey y'all, Gypsy here for my final review on the Modelones dip powder kit that I tried out for the nails. This set lasted about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks before I removed it. When I removed it, it was not due to chipping or cracks or even a dulling. It was that the new growth that was coming up kept getting caught in my curls, and it was going to require some maintenance in order to get it to stop doing that. I was going to have to sand it and then probably put another top coat. That would have been fine, but I wanted to do a second set because I really like giving a product a couple of tries before I make a real opinion about it. So the second set, when I put it on, I was a lot more thorough with the process. The first time I did not do a lot of sanding in between the color coats because I wasn't sure how durable the product was and I didn't want to go breathing it in unnecessarily. I didn't have a mask at the time. Can you even believe it? But I was between masks. So this time I did a lot more sanding and I was a lot more thorough. I went ahead and used a face mask just because nail technicians do, so I figured it's probably not a good idea to breathe in any of that, but that's something I do even when I'm making my own, applying my own acrylic tips, just because it's a really harsh chemical. I don't want to smell that, but I digress. The overall feel, in my opinion, is that I prefer the dip powders to this. Which, don't get me wrong, I love painting my nails, but when you want a full set, something that's going to last, and personally, for me, that was the biggest perk. It's very durable. I work in the garden. I'm out with my plants all the time. I clean house, do laundry. When I'm working with my art, painting, woodwork, when I'm out in the woods, I mean, I'm really very hard on my nails. And so they break, they don't get very long. I love manicures, but then you have the chips and the discoloration, the fading. And so after a while, it's like, why bother? It's just something else to be self-conscious about, right? This lasted really long. It looked really good. And when I removed it at 2.5 weeks, it was really only because I wanted to do a second one. It would have lasted longer. I'm certain of it. So this time I did another one, and I fully intend to let it grow out. Let me see how long it lasts. But the kit of 20 colors, I paid $36.99 for on Amazon. My biggest concern about this set was that the fluids, the chemicals that you use during the different steps, very small bottles provided for the allotted colors. And so my huge concern was whether or not you could get replacement chemicals. But I found through a quick Amazon search, there are multiple brands of these sets available and you can just order it. This one was $12. All of these nail colors, to get the same amount, 20 colors, you could easily spend $100 because when you're buying these, they're anywhere from $3 to $8 themselves. So I found overall the dip sets to be more economical, more durable, and I loved the vibrant colors. I would say overall 8 out of 10 I would recommend. Another feature of the product that's commonly commented on is that it dries very quickly. This is true. And it sets and cures pretty quickly too, as opposed to buying a specific nail color that that is designed for quick dry. But if you do a second coat, then it takes a while for it to cure and really set. You could have painted it with a quick dry, and then 2 hours later you think it's dry, but you bump it really hard against something and now you have a bubble or a dimple or a ridge. And that's not the case with the powder that I noted. Now, I will say, it took a long time to go through all of the steps to get the full set. This, however, worked out really well for me because I did this set on basically what was my housework and laundry day. So I would dip it, you let it set for 60 seconds, then you brush off the excess. And then you're told you can sand it down and everything. Well, I brushed off the excess and I started sanding, and because I'm a scatterbrained Pisces, I remembered that I had laundry in the washer. So I washed my hands to get rid of any dust, switched it over to the dryer, and get back to sanding it. And then, that's right, the dishes are in the sink, and man, if that's not going to irritate me later because I'm supposed to cook dinner in a couple of hours. So stop, wash hands, do that again. It took a whole day to get the set done for me, but I was able to do it successfully and not be inhibited from any of the other things that I was doing. I had time to get on the computer and put down some notes on OneNote for my book and do laundry and garden, and I just washed my hands in between. It did not affect the way that the product set. It didn't affect the way it ended up curing. It has not had any issues with peeling or bubbling or anything that I might have been concerned about. And again, it provides that hardening effect that you would look for in one of any nail strengthener or hardener. So what I am doing to kind of protect my nails is I'm using the Hard as Hoof strengthener. I'm applying it with a Q-tip around the cuticles and then under the nail. And that's to kind of keep my nails healthy. I've heard that just like with an acrylic set, you'd want to give your nails time to heal in between. So I'm treating it very much like an acrylic set. This was a whole lot less invasive. And I believe that with my, and not endorsed by any of these products, it's just my personal review. I bought these. I paid for all of these with my own money. And I'm just, putting out my 2 cents because I personally like looking at people's opinions and reviews before I try out a product. It does take a while to apply, but it is durable. And I really like some of the fun colors. And they've got mattes and glitter and then the fine fairy dust kind of finish. I overall, I'm really impressed with the product, and as of yet, I haven't really had too many issues. I hope it helps, and brightest blessings, y'all.